Hi, guys. Welcome back to the GAGGED podcast. I'm here with the beautiful, bloated Bella.
And lopsided Leah. We love it.
We love it.
We fight like sisters.
We do. And we fuck like sisters, too.
You're fucking disgusting.
So we're like very hungover today.
So hungover.
Comfy vibes. Some of us were out till 5 a.m.
No, I was in bed by 5, so it really doesn't count.
Some of us were good and went to bed at 3.
She looked
More
at me
reasonable.
at 1 a.m. and she goes, maybe you shouldn't have another drink because we have the pod tomorrow. I said, I'll be there and I'll be fine. I'm here. I'm not fine.
Yeah. So you, like half promise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have promised.
No, you're a rallier though. I believe
We've talked about it. I rally. I will be there. I will show up. I will do what I need to do.
We'll show up. We were just like bouncing around, like from
Bouncing around a hotel.
Where
Next
were we
hotel,
first? Oh, we were
bar.
at STK.
So cute.
So such good food.
No,
Pretty
the drinks were
expensive.
good. And I got fucked up. Loves it. Me and Cassidy were like making out in the booth.
Oh yeah, that was like a lot. I was like, what's the word? Like simulating like my goon face.
Oh no, it was cute.
And
Everyone in
a
the
guy at the table over was like clapping for me. So that felt really good.
No, everyone in the restaurant hated us, but we were in our own little world having like the best time ever.
And Cassidy knew like one of the bartenders, and I guess he like texted her and was like, the bartender was like, oh, there's a bunch of like transsexuals at the end of the bar.
Oh yeah, because this guy was like flirting with her and then
Yeah.
like flirting with me and was like getting us
They were
drinks
getting
and stuff.
mad.
And then the bartender outed us. What a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Literally,
She like
ew.
gave me like elevator eyes and then gave me my espresso martini.
I'm sorry that he bought us drinks. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry, I'm 6'3".
Also, like,
in
maybe he
heels.
likes a trans girl. Get over it.
Totally.
Whatever.
Our server definitely did. He went out of his way to like show me like a secret bathroom, and I was like, "Are you gonna like come in with me?" And then like he didn't, and he like went back to work, and I was sad.
No, that's annoying.
I know.
One of the highlights of my night, though, was so crazy. I was pretty drunk at this point, but when we were at the Wynn,
The sports
bar, and me and you were going to the bathroom, and this guy like stopped me, and he was like, "Hi," and I was like, "Hi," and he's like, "Hey, I just want to say like I love your work, like you are so amazing, and I just wanted to stop you, like I didn't want to like make a whole big deal out of it," and that was like the highlight of my night because like usually it doesn't happen frequently, so like it's really cool when it does, and he was like so respectful and so sweet, and like didn't make it weird, and like didn't like do too much, but it was really cool that he like said that because a lot of times
cute.
I feel like people maybe do know, but they don't actually come up and say anything because like they're with their friends or they don't want the people they're with to know that like obviously they watch like your porn or whatever. So it was really cool that he did that. I was like, so I know literally like it was amazing. I was
Totally.
like, oh my God, yay.
I was like a little offended because like I'm all over your page, and I'm like not even like and hi to you too. You know.
No, literally our Instagrams are like fan pages for each other.
I know.
So, but I am kind of shocked that he didn't
like
say
happy
that.
for you, but
no,
I was
we
like
literally
at least be like, oh, and like I like acknowledge your presence. And I was
no, and like we've literally filmed porn together. So like I'm shocked. Like you like my work, but you don't know who Leah Hayes is.
Right.
Fake fan. No, I'm kidding. I actually love you. Thank
Not
you so
to
much.
make it like about me, but
you look at him, you go, and what about me?
yeah. Hello. Am I chopped liver?
Do you know who I am?
Right. I know you do. Yeah. So that was the vibe last night.
No, it was so cute. It was so fun.
And now we're here.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Here and queer. Just kidding.
What?
We're not. I don't know. I don't know what just happened.
Just kidding. I mean, don't kiss us. We do it for the girls and the gays. That's it.
That's it. And the straight men. Please keep subscribing.
Actually, we do it for everybody.
We do it for literally everybody.
We hit every market.
Yeah. So today I kind of felt like we should hop in a little bit to like dating and like what's it like. I think dating is like a trans girl, but also like dating as a trans girl that does porn. Because
Well,
I feel like
wouldn't
that's
know.
like a whole. Yeah, no, she's like chronically single. Like we can make this a little therapy app if you want to.
Oh my God, no.
No, we did it the other night
Just
on
like,
FaceTime.
right, like unsolicited advice in the comments.
For sure. She just like is emotionally closed off. But I feel like
I was traumatized by my 3-month relationship with a crossdresser. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like you can't come back from being dumped by a
No,
crossdresser.
she won't get back on Hinge because of it. She's traumatized from
No,
Hinge.
Hinge ruined me.
Yeah.
I think.
Unless you...
It ruined me mentally, but physically it snatched me.
Yeah.
Because I touched on this, but I didn't eat for 2 weeks. I think all I had was like a half a smoothie a day for like 16 days.
Why? Because he was a cross-dresser? So are you hating on a demographic of people?
No.
Are you not inclusive?
Cross-dressers are like valid in what they do. It's just like, that's not somebody I want to date.
No, and like, was it a secret? Like, how did you find out? So like, you just walked in and he was like wearing women's clothes.
Okay, we're going to bring you back to, when was this?
2021.
2021.
Set the scene
February
for me,
2021. We actually had our first date on Valentine's Day.
Ew, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Okay, you're really bad at this dating thing, I feel like.
No, it was his idea.
A red flag immediately. That's
also,
such a
this
weird
was the
first
pandemic.
date.
I don't know, but
Oh wait, so you were like early tranny.
Redact that.
Whatever. No, it's fine.
Can we say that?
I don't know.
Anyway, anyway, so this is back in Ottawa. It's like obviously February, so it's cold as fuck. So I went skating, for those who know, on the Rideau Canal, which is like this like man-made river that like diverts from the Rideau River. And it freezes over in the winter and you just go skating on it. So we went skating for our first date. It was actually like really cute. I remember skating back and with him, and somehow we got on the conversation of like Dubai or something like that.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, I'd like never go there.
Why, was he like a working girl that would like go to Dubai? No,
yeah.
You know that's where the point is at.
Yeah,
honey.
for those who know, you know.
Yeah.
Dubai's where it's at. But I was like, he was like, why wouldn't you go? Like, it seems like so cool and like modern and whatever. And I was like, because I'm like trans, like I don't even think I'm allowed.
No, literally, they won't let you out of the airport. At least they used to not.
I remember seeing that video of Gigi Gorgeous and she got denied.
Yeah, they were like, if you leave the airport, we will arrest you.
Yeah.
So she just had to like get a flight back to wherever.
Crazy pants. And anyway, so I was like, because I'm trans, and he was like, oh yeah, like honestly, I forgot. And I was like, you didn't fucking forget, but it felt good to like.
Yeah, no, it was like validation.
Like, oh, like that's not why you're with me. Fast forward to 2-3 months later, and he had just left my house. He has my number. Obviously, we're like full on dating at this point.
Okay.
And he sends me this big Snapchat paragraph. Like
on Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Bitch, it's red flag after red flag.
Yes, not message, not a call, not in person. You literally just left my house. An hour later, he sends me this. And he does this big confession saying he's like a secret crossdresser. And I was like, I didn't even know what that meant, to be honest. Because
you
like,
didn't?
No, because I was like new.
I feel like everyone knows what a crossdresser is now.
Yeah, but like I was like how often and like why?
And also like what context? Like, is he doing it sexually, like in lingerie, or is he like dressing up as a woman and like trying to go to Walmart?
Confessed that he would like wear like panties like to work. Like underneath his,
can't.
He was
I really fucking can't.
Also, to like paint a picture of what this man looks like, he was like this tall ginger with like he had a pretty big beard.
Okay.
And like very like boyish, and like he would come to my house after work like covered in like kind of like dirt because he was like a construction worker.
Oh, that's
so
like
it was kind of hot.
But then he like wears panties. So you were into the panty.
Wore panties.
Wait, so you were into the panty?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you said it was kind of hot, so I wasn't sure if it was hot because he was like
secret from me. And then he says that big like confession, and then I was like, I feel like trapped. Like I'm supposed to be the trap, and he trapped me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was like in too deep. So then I went on this like wormhole, like down this like wormhole of like, what is like a cross-dresser, and like I was like reading like confessions like on Reddit of like, oh, like my husband does this, and like he like wants to do it more and more and more and more, and like now he starts like doing it all the time at home.
That's why he wanted to date you.
Yes, because he wanted me to like top him all the time.
Oh my god,
and
wait.
I told him straight up.
Wait.
That
I
was the
already
bottom.
know he wanted you to like sissify him.
Yes.
Ew.
I know. And which like if you like that, you like that, but like just be honest about it, because like I wasn't like pretending to be like cis. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like don't pretend to be something you're not. Which he like painted this picture of like he was this like masculine like construction worker.
No, literally I could throw up.
But I was like trying not to be like superficial and like trying to be like open to it.
Yeah, but it's like not what
I,
you're
like,
into, and that's okay.
I
Not everyone's into
couldn't-
everything.
I couldn't make it work, and I think he like realized that, and then like when he realized like I wasn't gonna like change, then he like dumped me. And like I should have just like cut the cord and like dumped him first, but I was just like clinging on to like the validation I was receiving from like having a boyfriend
Yeah.
as like kind of like a new.
Wait, pick up like on the mic, and it's just gonna be like tip tacking
Okay.
in the audio the whole time.
No TikTok.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, he dumped me, and then
Wait, sorry, I was so focused on your nails tapping. The fact that the crossdresser dumped you is crazy.
no, and I said that to my friends, and I was like, "You guys, I literally,
I wouldn't want to date
and,
either."
Okay, so I didn't tell any of my friends because I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, like you were, and
No,
there's
not that
okay.
I got dumped, but that he was a crossdresser,
No, I
and then I
know.
confessed it all, and they were like, "What?
No,
like
see,
what
there's,
is that?" And I was
there's
like, I
nothing
don't know.
wrong with being a crossdresser.
No, nothing at all.
It's just like not our journey, and like
Yeah, and like I was so confused because obviously coming from like being trans, like that was my experience that I had. I'm doing the nail thing again.
that's all you do is just tip
I know.
TikTok.
So like that was my experience. So I was like, are you like an egg? Like, are you gonna like transition? Like, I don't want to like. And I remember he called me a transvestite, and I was
Wait,
like,
what does that
I was
even
like, babe,
mean?
you're a transvestite. I'm a transsexual.
Yeah.
A transvestite is someone who like a crossdresser.
Oh.
Did you ever see Rocky? What's it
No.
called?
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah, and the song is like "Sweet Transvestite."
Oh,
because
no,
it's a man
I
who's
know
dressing
it.
in women's clothes.
Yeah.
Because
No.
vestite, I think, means like clothes, and trans, obviously. So you wear like the opposite gender clothes.
So
That was wackadoo boots.
have
and
you dated since?
So I got in a rebound like 3 weeks later. Met him on Tinder, and he was actually like really cute. He was like this Chilean guy with like blue eyes, like so cute. And then we like dated for like 2 months. Well, we never really like dated because like he never like asked me to be his girlfriend.
Was it one of those things where you just like are like kind
Well,
of
he like
together?
called me his girlfriend when we went to dinner and like introduced me to his like family.
Okay, so you guys were
It
dating.
was actually like sweet.
So what happened?
And like I cut his hair and everything. It was like kind of cute. And then he dumped me like after like 8 weeks
for why?
because he said that he wasn't ready to be in a relationship.
But you met his family.
But then I found out he started dating a girl like a couple weeks later, like a cis girl. And then
so
I was
he just
heartbroken
wanted like pussy.
and then I stopped eating again, and then I was like so skinny. But I would like every time I got dumped, like it became routine that I would just like go to my friends for like 2 weeks because it was the summer and it was just online school. So I was like, can I like stay with you and your mom? And then I would like go over there. It was actually really cute. And then I would like fall asleep watching Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
It was like the only way I could cope.
It's like healing.
Yeah. And then I haven't had a real relationship since.
So the whole time you've been in porn.
Yeah. I was just in that weird.
Do you find it harder?
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, the call is like a whole other thing. Honestly, your lore is like pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you find it like hard to date like doing porn? Because I feel like I know what type of relationship you want. And like
I want like
I want-
monogamy where like I'm
right.
just like fucking for content.
Right. And so like that's like my dream relationship too. And so
But it's hard to find a guy who's okay with that.
it is. Like
And you can't be a hypocrite and be like, you
Right.
can't fuck anybody else, even though
but, like,
I'm doing
I
it multiple
am.
times a week.
But like I am dating, I'm, doing my thing. But I feel like that's like the ideal relationship, but I think that that's hard. But if you find like the right guy, I know that it's like possible. Cause I feel like it's something that like, I feel like it is hard. Like, okay, bye, I'm like going to work. Like, bye, I'm going to work. But like your work is like getting railed. So it's like different.
Yeah.
Because like he's like, oh, I'm gonna go to work, and he's like going to work at like, I don't know, the vet. Like I don't know what the fuck he
Yeah.
does, but like it's like a whole
A
different
construction
vibe.
worker.
That's so
who wears
hot.
panties.
But not the panties.
Not the panties.
Just like a hairy man ass and like a fucking lace thong. Like I could die. But no, that is like the dream relationship. Because it's like I'm not gonna be like out and about just like fucking anybody. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, scenes and content is pleasurable and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's still sex at the
Yeah,
end of the
like
day.
there's guys who I'm like, or like girls who I'm like, you're like hot. Like,
No, totally.
This
And, like-
is like fun, but it's different.
It's different because I'm not like necessarily like courting them. It feels like I feel like sometimes content feels more like hookup culture, where it's kind of like you might even be like friends with the people or like know them or have sex with them multiple times, but it is more like you have fun, you have that experience on camera, and like you might have that connection or that draw, but it's like very like it's not like you're courting them. You're not like going out on dates together.
Exactly.
It's a little bit different depending on like who it is and like the dynamic or whatever. But like typically that's not it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So it's a different vibe. Like you're not like swiping on Tinder, like matching with people, like messaging them, like
Yeah, it's not
you're not like,
emotionally
how's
cheating.
your morning? Like, are you doing good?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
In our minds, but it's different for someone that's not involved in the industry to
get it.
to grasp that, because
Yeah.
it is very like, and people get very protective, which is understandable because I'm
It's
the exact
human
same
nature.
way. Like if I was dating someone, like I would go film a scene, but then like if they fucked someone, I would be like pissed.
Yeah, no, same. And that's why I'm like, I can't be a hypocrite. But at the same time, it's like, you have to understand that it is different. And then also your partner has to be like understanding and okay with the fact that you're putting your literal naked body out there on the internet. And there's like tons of people who like have seen it.
And like
want
daily
it.
masturbate to you.
Daily.
So it's like-
hourly, minutely.
That's like so hot.
And then like obviously like message you and you're like messaging them.
No, that's true.
on,
Like
like,
you really
OF.
become like you have like a rapport and like a dynamic and like some sort of relationship with fans to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean? Or like viewers, supporters, whatever you want to say.
If you're in that relationship to start off with, which like
Totally.
I'm not. But there are like a few fans that like, you know, like reach out and message and they're like kind of cute.
Would you ever date a
feel-
fan?
I don't know. It would like kind of be weird. I don't know. If they're like hot and
I
normal.
like kind of want to fuck a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I don't know. It'd be kind of hot
No, it would be.
because like you're like so like you're so I don't know. Like I love it. Like
know.
they have this like hyped up idea about you, and then it's like, oh my god, I kind of want to like pull out all the tricks.
Oh, for sure.
Like
No,
it would
so
be
cute.
so yeah.
I mean, it's
love
like you
that.
said yesterday, like the guy who approached you, or you said today about yesterday.
Yeah.
The guy who approached you, like he was cute.
He was like daddy vibes.
He was daddy.
Honestly.
Yeah. But just like circling back, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's hard finding someone who's okay with all that, plus like the fact that you're trans, plus what you do.
And then it's like then you bring in like the normal relationship aspects. So there's like meeting friends, meeting family, meeting like colleagues or coworkers or
And
other
then
people.
their family has to like know what you do if they want to be honest with
See,
them.
in my past relationship, we
You keep it a secret?
Well, we didn't talk about me being trans with his family. Nobody asked. We didn't talk about it. We didn't bring it up. Like if they asked, we would have like been like, yeah, and like what about it? But like there was no reason to have like a sit down with his parents, like,
No,
talking
not that,
about
what you do for work.
Right. And then we also didn't, well, because if we talk about what I do for work, then it like kind of hand in hand goes with the trans thing. Because like at some point, if you say what you do, someone's going to like, I don't know. I feel like it's like weird, but like curiosity killed the cat. And I feel like it's just like,
Yeah.
something
But I
would
don't
be
like
weird about
that.
it.
I don't like having to like lie or be like leave things out because I feel like that's hiding a part of yourself. And then you can't like truly get to know their family and vice versa.
100%. But like the first time I go, like, I don't know. It was just weird. And like that was like what we had decided to do. Cause like it was the first time navigating it. And so it's difficult because I didn't want to like sit down with his parents and be like, yeah, like I'm dating your son. And like, oh yeah, also I do porn. But like also he did too. So it was like weird. But we didn't mention it. And then it ended up coming out because his brother
Oh, right.
found
I forgot
like
about
he like
that.
found my Twitter somehow. Like, what are you looking up?
That's like weird.
No, it was weird. So his brother like saw my porn, then found his porn, my ex's, then told everybody in the family that I did porn and that I was trans, and then nobody told my ex or me. So like we went to this big event for his family. The whole family was there, cousins, aunts, uncles, whole deal. Everybody knew and we didn't. And I was like, something is up and something is weird. And like everyone is treating me differently and everyone is just being like weird. But like his grandma was like really like loving and she's like, no matter what, like we always care about you and like we love you and like so happy that you're like with him, whatever. And it was cute, but I was like, something's up because like why the fuck is she saying
no,
that?
you can feel it. I feel like especially as like a trans person, you
Yes.
just you're like almost like hypersensitive to those vibes.
100%. So I knew something was up. I brought it up to him. He's like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Literally later that night, we were out with like his dad's like best friend. And he's like, oh yeah, like no, everyone like knows that like she's trans, and oh yeah, everyone like knows that like she does porn. And I was like, oh cool. So like I was just like the laughing stock of the family at this big event with everybody that everybody knew,
yeah,
and didn't mention it. And I was so pissed because it's like, it's difficult because it's like you either bring it up and you deal with it then.
You want to say it on your own terms.
100%. And you don't want to feel like everyone's in on this joke that you're not. And then it was like, it was done in such like a malicious way. Like it was like everyone like, whispering around.
You wanted
like,
to get that reaction out of your family.
Yeah. And it was like, oh,
Do you
like.
think it was like a jealousy thing, like from his brother?
Yeah, his brother like was always like that towards him. They like weren't close.
Ew.
And like it was weird because his brother like liked me, but then his brother got extremely fucking weird and like was like really standoffish and would just like stare at me and like be weird. Like, oh my God, get the fuck over it. Like, I'm not gonna.
Did you have words with him after you found out?
I didn't because I never went back because we broke up. But like, I'm not gonna say anything that I'm gonna regret. But like, let's check it really quick and like check your reality and the way that you live life, and then check the reality that we're living in. And like, I'm sorry that like maybe you're just not happy with your life, and like
So
we were. At least
down.
I was happy like with being my entity and the way that I live life. The relationship may have been a different thing, but like, so it's like just like you don't need to like spew your negativity. Like, okay,
Yeah.
so what? Like, your brother sucks dick. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, okay,
Sorry, there's like worse things in the world.
yeah, no, literally.
I mean, almost everything, because like sucking dick's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. So I feel like it's difficult. Like now, I don't know what I would do. Like, I don't know how you would go about that, especially with someone that isn't in the industry.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you're dating a guy that has like a traditional job, and then you go to his family and say that you do that. Like, it's just
And
weird.
there's like people with certain jobs as well who like can't even entertain that idea because if it got out, it would be like political. You know what I mean?
Right. Or like, I know someone
Like there's people
that was
who
like
are
a
like
principal and his wife did OF.
Politicians.
Yeah, but like, girl, are we really dating a politician?
Who knows?
Okay, well, I love that manifestation
I'm
for
just
you.
like giving
No,
examples.
for sure.
A doctor, like
Yeah.
people in like respected like
Career paths.
professions in life and
Right.
society, like they can't even entertain that idea. Like you kind of like can't be associated with them like that. Like it'll never be more than like a secret kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. So I feel like going forward, I don't know how I would handle it.
Me either, because I've never been
I've
dating while doing this.
I've been dating and stuff, and met someone, and like he's very secure with that, and is like open with some of his friends and stuff about it. And it's like one of those things where it's like if you're socially out and like one of his friends like asked for my Instagram or something, like we've had the conversation where it's like, I was like, that's just like it. He's like, no, like give your Instagram, like that's who you are, like that's like what you do. Like I was like, you go to my Instagram, you're immediately gonna know I'm trans. Like if you didn't already clock me,
trapped, like sorry.
And then also it's like you're gonna know that I do porn, and then you're gonna see all this stuff, which could just like make it seem, I don't know. It's a little bit. It's a weird
line to walk.
for sure, 100%.
But like our whole lives are weird, so I feel like we're used to it. It's just a matter of getting
everyone else,
somebody else who wants to date you, who also can learn to navigate that.
For sure. And it's like, yeah, I don't really know. It's like really difficult. And then on top of that, it's like dating. I feel like you a lot of times immediately get treated as like an object, which I think is a little bit difficult.
Like they bring it right to the sexual part, which like I kind of get.
No, for sure.
Obviously.
I mean,
your first interactions with me were like seeing spread hole on the internet.
No, totally.
Like,
and like I know that if I matched with someone or was talking to someone and they said they did porn, I'm immediately looking it up. Like I literally would. Like I would have no self-control.
Like want to see like
what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I would want to know.
What did they bring you to the table?
Right. But I also have had it where I'm talking to someone, or like I have been, and they like are like, oh my God, I would like love to get into OF, or oh my God, I would love to start in that career. Like, no, babes, like I'm not walking and holding your hand to like get you into this career.
I'm
like
not your ticket into like this.
No. And like that to me is like weird.
So weird, because then it's and like, what are your actual intentions?
I've done it once. I learned my lesson, and I will never do it again, sweetie pie. You build them up a little too big.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I've created a monster.
No, literally a fucking monster.
Yeah. Yeah,
Gagged.
it's different if it's like somebody who you've been with a while and you can like, you just have to go with your gut and like realize that like, you know someone's intentions when they meet you. And if it's
For
like
sure.
someone who you've been with for a while, I feel, and then they're like, you know what, actually like I've been like mulling it over or whatever. And like I wouldn't mind like appearing in like an OF video or two.
Appearing is very different than creating your own persona and your own brand.
Exactly.
That's the difference. If I was dating someone and they were okay being on camera, I would use them as a stunt cock here and there. But like, you're not making your own Twitter. You're not having a stage name, and like, you're not creating a persona. Like, there's just, I can't.
Yeah. We've both played a part in like creating something that like like shouldn't. Well, I shouldn't say shouldn't be in the industry from my end, yes, but from your end.
No, he's not bad.
Yeah.
But like, to me, I just regret doing that a little bit, but everything goes the way that it goes for a reason, and like everyone's happier now, so I'm glad that it went the way that it went. But for a while I was like, fuck, what did I do? Like, I literally created a monster.
And if like that's your passion, that's your passion. And like, I'm not gatekeeping, like,
no, I'm not gatekeeping either.
OF, but it's just like,
I just don't want to be in a relationship
like,
with someone doing it.
Yeah. And they try to like make it all about themselves, and they like use you to like build themselves up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think it's like interesting to see that like with a clear mind.
Yeah, because like it's like there's a fine line between stunt cock and like then just like exploiting your socials to like get people to follow them, and then they build themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah.
And like use your partner to like get good scene partners and do different things and get invited into certain rooms.
Yeah, and use you as that ticket into the trans community.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because we know about that too.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Men just love to use us.
Yeah. Which
sometimes
like,
it's
hot.
fun.
Sometimes it's hot.
But like also like
it's not. And that's it.
No, it is kind of like fucked up. It's like, okay, get your own thing. But whatever, live your life.
Yeah. It's giving egg.
Okay, no.
Sometimes.
But just like, it's like too much, you know? And like, I feel like it's really important, like going back to like dating someone or being with someone that has like a traditional job and like isn't in the industry. I think that it's like, for me, I feel like it's such a crazy world. And so it's like, for me,
it's a crazy world.
Crazy. You want a goon for me?
Yeah.
But like, especially because I'm traveling, I'm doing different things. But you're going on set, you're doing things, you're performing, you're putting on, doing the most.
You're traveling.
You're going to events, now podcasts, like
networking.
Doing different things. So it's like, I would love to have just like a safe, stable, comfortable space to go to with like a partner
outside of the industry,
and just like go home and like decompress and have like normalcy.
So you don't think you'd ever date within the industry?
Never.
Or like if they were outside of the industry and wanted to get in,
no,
you would. That's like a hard boundary.
No, it's an immediate no.
Okay.
I could not date in the industry, and since I've been single, there has been men in the industry that have tried to date me, and I've had to say like that just isn't going to work, and like I think another thing
it's like jealousy too. Like they're like, are you gonna make time for me?
Yeah, like I can't. I was seeing someone and literally I had a busy schedule. I was seeing somebody and you know. And he said to me, "Oh, so you're not going to have time for me this week because I was booked and busy because I'm a working girl." And I literally was like, immediately no. I literally just like cut him off. I was like, I don't have time. I don't have energy. This is way too new. And like, you're not going to fucking guilt me because I don't have time for you.
And like if it's at the very beginning like that.
You're doing too much.
Like it's understandable if like you're like months and months and months into the relationship and like you've like barely seen each other. And then they're like, you know, like a little sad that they aren't getting to see you. Like that's totally fine. And like a normal emotion to feel like you're just like missing like your one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird when it's like at the beginning and then they're already showing signs of like of that. It's like clear you just can't like handle someone who does what we do.
And it's also like I've had someone bless his heart, I still really like him a lot and like we still like are friends and talk and whatever. But like and I was like a hard no for me. Like, one, like, obviously I want to be like monogamous, but like, two is I would never be able to be with a man that fucks other trans girls. That is like a hard boundary for me. Like, I would rather get cheated on with a cis girl than another trans girl. Call me crazy.
Because they're getting something that they can't. I remember thinking like you were weird for that.
No, it's because.
But now I get it.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
They're getting something else.
Yeah.
From a cis girl than they are with you.
And it's like, if you cheat on me with like a trans girl, I'm literally just like want to die because I'm like, oh, like I'm not doing something right. Like, I could never give you a pussy. Like, that's just like the reality. And like, I'm aware of that. Don't cheat. Like, it's fucked up. Like, I'm breaking up with you either way. But like, it just would like hurt a little bit less. But I don't know. And this guy like wanted to like see me or whatever. And he was in the industry and he fucks a lot of trans girls. And I was like, one, I don't want to date in the industry. And two, like that would just never work because of that.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no, like maybe I can like change the way that I like go about filming content or like blah, 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 doing whatever. And I was like, that to me is like also like, you shouldn't want to like change the way that you.
For somebody else.
Yeah. Like, to me, that just doesn't make any sense.
You want to be with somebody who's like, okay.
Yeah, and like that
compromise is a thing, but like that's like compromising like
too much
who you are as opposed to like a small thing.
Yeah, I don't know. And so I was like, no, like just dating in the industry just couldn't. Like I mean, obviously I don't think that you could.
I don't think I could either.
And then it's like, I don't know.
The only thing that would make it easier is that they would understand your job, so they would realize that work is work, and there wouldn't be that. It wouldn't feel like they have one over on you because you're like fucking other people.
Yeah.
Because so are they.
I know, but like, oh my God.
That's kind of it. And also I've noticed like within the industry, like you totally like, I just find it way more common that people are in like polyamorous relationships, which like, if it works for you, it works for you. I just know it wouldn't work for me.
To me, like that doesn't seem like a real relationship. Sue me.
Really?
Yeah. Literally, like, hot take, I don't give a fuck. Like, to me, like, I, like, just can't wrap my brain around, like, call me small-minded. Like, I don't know. But, like, I can't wrap my brain around being able to date several people and give each and every one enough attention, meet their necessities and, like, their needs, and get yours. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I can't
like, what the fuck are you
doing that either. But I also, like, I can see how it, like, works for somebody else. I don't know.
I don't. Like, it seems stupid. Like, I literally don't care. Like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what? You see Sue on Monday, then you see Robbie on Tuesday, and then you see Gwen on Wednesday, and then what? You all get together for an orgy on Thursday? Like, to me, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
What if they all live together?
That's weird. That's just roommates. Like, I don't, like, it just.
And they were roommates.
And what? Then they all sleep in a big bed? You put 3 king beds together? Like, make it make fucking sense.
No, like,
you're just a bunch of friends with benefits, I feel like.
And they're all on one big bed.
No, like, literally. Like, it just, I don't get it. And then they all have separate partners, too. Like, it's a call. Like, I don't know like, what else to call it. Like, it's a hot take, but it just, make it make sense. And I feel like, what, you guys are all going to have a joint wedding? Like, you're going to move on. Like, I don't get it. What? And then to be
hot
like,
take of the day.
Yeah. And then to be like, oh, like my ex, like, oh, which one? Because you were dating 7 people. What, you saw them twice a month because you're so busy with all of your partners? Give me a fucking break.
It's
like, and I know that people are gonna take it. I don't know. I literally don't care. I literally could care less.
I mean, that's your truth.
That's your truth.
I don't know. I feel like I can get what I need from something like that if, like, personally, if I was just, like, having multiple friends with benefits, which I find does work the best.
No, it does. Having a roster is amazing.
If you're trying not to get attached to a singular person, the best thing to do is have a roster. Because if the one's not giving you attention and you're getting in your feels better, you hit up
the other ones.
Peter.
Right.
Peter's busy. Oh, you hit up Paul.
But then it's like weird, like polyamory. Okay, so then it's like, oh, I'm fighting with Gwen, so I'm gonna go talk to Sue about, like, I don't know, like, it's just giving like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Some people think about like that way though about being monogamous too, because they're like, how can you only be in love with one person? And I'm like, I don't know.
There's something special to say about it.
Obviously, from that side, yeah, I can see like making someone your one, and then they're like, there's no way you're not going to be attracted to like other people, and it's like, duh.
Of course I'm going to be attracted to other people.
Obviously I'm attracted to other people.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of like...
And who's to say?
Staying loyal to that person.
Right. And who's to
because
say...
jealousy is a human feeling.
After you've been together for a little bit, you're in a monogamous relationship, you want to spice it up one day. You like bring a random over and you have a threesome or something, and then you go back to your life.
So can you see yourself doing that? Because I can.
I could see I could see that happening. I would not want to be a swinger again. Swinging was one of the worst things that it was one of the best things that ever happened to me and one of the worst things that ever happened to me. And that's a whole other motherfucking topic.
It was the worst of times.
I could never swing the way that I did in a previous relationship. I think it was a really crucial part of the downfall of that relationship. And I think that there's positives to swinging, and I think that there's negatives if it's not done properly.
What are they? What are the positives?
It's fun. You can explore. I had so many crazy experiences. I met so many great people. Some of my best friends to this day, Big Booty and the Beast, Peaches, Lexi and Gio, people that I still make content with and hang out with all the time. I met them through swinging. And it was one of
like so normal, which is like the weird thing.
No, swingers are doctors, they're lawyers, they're principals, they're, you know, like you'd go to these parties and it's all these people. But to me, that was the best thing, is some of the friendships that came out of it. And I got to explore so much. I got to try so many new things. And that was great. The downfall is it felt like there was too many cooks in the kitchen at certain points. I feel like
boundaries are being pushed, for sure.
Boundaries were being pushed. I made mistakes that I shouldn't have made because I was doing situations I didn't want to be in. And I felt like it was too much all the time.
And did you feel like that became like a primary goal as well within the relationship? Like, oh, this weekend we are like swinging. Like we are gonna like...
Oh no, we're going to this party.
Another couple.
Yeah, or it was like, we're going to this party because we committed. I don't want to go. I'm tired. Okay, well, we committed. We're not going to cancel because I want to go. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to, but like, you're not going to go by yourself. So
swinging alone.
It's just like weird. I didn't like what it did. And I've seen so many relationships since I was in swinging for 2.5 years, almost 3, I think. Yeah, 2.5 years that fell apart. I saw marriages fall apart. I saw relationships fall apart. I saw people hop in and out. I saw just so much turmoil happen from something that's supposed to be a positive thing. I could see in the future, after being monogamous for a period of time, if my partner had an itch and we wanted to have an experience together, doing that with a random and then never speaking to them again.
Agreed.
And like, that's it. I think there's something fun to say about experiencing something new with your partner. I think when it becomes a routine thing, I think you lose that connection and that like specialness between the two because
other people have experienced it. Yeah. No.
I don't know about like other people experiencing it, but I think like it's a difficult road to navigate. And unless there's really strong communication and you go into it knowing exactly what the purpose is, I think it's really easy to get like lost in it. Like I would just not, I wouldn't recommend swinging, but that's my experience because I had a negative experience and that's not everyone's experience.
Yeah. And like some people were like monogamous for like years and years and years.
I think that's a good way to do it.
And then, you know, decided like later on, but they had already like built up
so
that
much
like
of a life,
a life and like such trust in each other.
No, 100%.
But like you said, like it can still like fall apart.
No, I mean like the relationship I had
but then
was
there's
built.
monogamous things that fall apart too, right?
100%.
Because they're just like hoard, and then one of them doesn't want to
like
open it.
Right. I don't know. I think it's a tricky
fine line to walk again.
No, it is for sure. And like the relationship I was in was built on having sex with other people. That was the whole relationship.
Which is hard.
That's like what we bonded on, was being crazy and like wanting to experience different things sexually. I feel like in 3 years I experienced more sexually than I think the average person does, or even the average person in the industry, I would say, even does. Like just crazy shit. And like it's just like burnt out too. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck left is there? I was like, I just like literally want like someone to make love to me. I just want to
get like spooned.
No, I just like want to like bust a nut and like have like a good comfy fuck and then like cuddle and like go to bed and like
Yeah, that sounds like perfect.
No, literally like smoke a fucking joint and like watch TV and like order food. Like I can't, like I don't want to go to some fucking orgy and like watch all these people fuck and like have people like grinding all over me and like doing the most and like trying to fuck. It's
Or
like
thinking you're available when like you're clearly like.
and then prepping.
I'm not.
Prepping every single fucking time you go to an event.
No, prepping like on top of
Bitch,
that.
are you kidding me? Like
I'm gonna scoop out my colon every time I'm gonna go to
because
an event.
I had to be prepared to get fucked just in case.
Just in case.
You have me fucked up. I mean, I did it, but like I was just like it was not fun. And not to mention, not to mention, I think that there's this level, like I had experiences where people just like were overly doing too much because you're at a swingers event. And that is just something that like is so like fucked and like not positive things had occurred to me at those events because of that. And it's like, okay, like just because I'm here doesn't mean like you can like shove your dick in my mouth. Like, I don't know. Like, so it was just like, it just wasn't.
Yeah. It's like Grindr in real life. Like, obviously you're accessible to everybody because everyone has the opportunity to message you. But just because you are in the same space does not mean we are going to do anything.
Right.
The attraction is one way, babes.
And I also think, like, I think age plays a factor too. A lot of swingers are older, like middle-aged typically. And there are young ones, of course. I think I was too young. I was 23. And like, my frontal lobe wasn't even developed, gorge. Like, at least with porn and like the industry, like there's boundaries set, there's guidelines, there's do's and don'ts. There's, if you're on set, there's typically a crew of people depending on like what... depending on like what you work with. And even like collabs is set up a little bit more like, I don't know. It's just like different. I think I would bit off more than I could chew.
It's weird like starting off like that, I feel. I mean, I've never done it, but like it does, like that does sound like a little weird. And also,
and like there's also like a big developmental difference. I would say when you're 23 and everyone that you're around
you
is
haven't
in their
even lived
mid-40s.
your life. You don't even know what like you like.
Right.
Like we're still learning what we like
100%.
Yeah.
And I remember being in situations and everyone around me being like, oh my God, this is the best time I've ever had in my life. This is the most fun I've ever had. Da, da, da. I'm like, you guys are saying that at 45 years old. I'm 23. What the fuck else is there left then? Like if this is the best you ever have done in your life, like something's not clicking because I'm fucking miserable. So like, what's the tea?
Yeah. And like when you're young, like this is our time to like it's so weird because it's so hard to know when you like find that person and tie yourself down. Like even that in itself kind of like makes monogamy sound like bad, but like
it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah, but it's like, yes, you can do something with another person, but also it is kind of like releasing that part of yourself of like, oh, like I'm gonna like just be fun and like fuck multiple people and like not have to be emotionally responsible for another human being. And like that's what's really conflicting to me right now is like yes, I want someone to like cuddle at night and like I don't know, have that like one person you can confide in for like everything and like, you know, someone like regular to fuck and like care for and them care for you and da 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 da. But then also it's like, am I ready for that responsibility? And like obviously with any relationship you want it to last forever.
Of course.
Obviously.
You're not like in a relationship like, so we're gonna break up in 6 months.
At the same time, it's like, oh my God, am I ready to do this for the rest of my life?
I think that makes it sound so daunting.
Or is that person ready?
No, that's the tea. But
it's like this weird game that you
feel
play.
like I don't know though. I feel like there's a way, and I feel like I'm currently semi-experiencing it where
you have a semi?
Hard on for you, babes. And I feel like relationships and monogamy and things should be viewed in a way where it's two separate people that have two separate lives that do their own things that support each other being their own individuals and who they are, and they come together and they have this level of like mutualness. And dating in that sort of way, I think allows the foundation to be built to do that for like ever. But I think thinking about it like you're responsible for another person is like where like, no, you're an adult. Like you're responsible for yourself and I'm responsible for myself. And we both care about each other and we support each other and we love each other.
You also have to put in that work of like,
for sure.
Of like, you know, caring, like even if you're at like.
Well, I don't think caring for a partner should be work.
Not work, but okay, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like you have to make sure you are giving them your emotional support.
Yeah.
Nearly all the time. And obviously there's going to be times in your life, like especially if, God forbid, like it will be inevitable if you're together for long enough that, you know, someone is going through like a really rough time at work or like family member dies or gets sick or whatever.
You have to pull
then
more.
their emotional like ability to support you has to be like put on the back burner.
Yes, 100%.
And then you have to give, like, you have to kind of like keep it up for the both of you and be okay with the fact that they're not able to give you that at this time.
Well, there was something actually that I learned like in regards to that. There was I think it was like a psychiatrist or a therapist, but she's like really famous for like relationships and stuff.
Okay.
And it was like when you're with a partner, typically obviously you always want it to be 50-50, but it's not always going to be 50-50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's going to fluctuate every single day.
Right. But like there was like something that you can implement where it's like, hey, today like I'm at like a 20.
Oh,
and, like,
I remember seeing those.
And like I need you to like pick up that extra. Like how much like can you meet me and like pick up that extra today or like whatever's going on? And I think that's a good way to think about it because it's like there is going to be times and it
well, it's just about communication
for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should feel, even if difficult things are happening in your partner's life and like they're really low, I feel like it should feel good and it's special that like you can meet them and like support them in that and that like you can do that for each other.
Totally.
But I'm also like in my like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a cutesy little lover girl era.
So like we'll see. I don't know.
So like basically any crossdressers hit up Leah. Her DMs are open. She loves it.
No, like if you're like
also like maybe I don't know.
What?
Maybe if you're like 5'5", in construction, super hairy, loves to wear thongs, and maybe like has some
he
heels.
Was 6'1", babes, but whatever. Call me superficial, but I like a tall man.
No, of course, but like you're never gonna get.
Just want to feel
I'm
small.
not gonna say you're never gonna get what you want with the standards that you have, but I think that you're missing out on good guys because of your standards.
For sure.
Like a guy can be.
It is just a very important part to my sexual attraction to somebody else. And am I willing to bend with that? Sure. Do I want to have to? No. You know what I mean?
Like on your dating apps, is it set to like 6 and above?
5'11".
See, I feel like it should be 5'9".
5'9". I
think 5'9". I think you should compromise and just see.
We'll see.
How tall are you? 6'2"?
In heels. I'm 5'11".
Oh wait,
181 centimeters. We're the exact same height. You say that all the time. Like you're just like doing this like bit right now. Shady Bella. I'm getting her hungover.
No, I literally came in and like chose violence today.
Yeah. No, you chose violence.
I literally.
But yeah, it's just
me.
All in all. Well, we'll see how it plays out. You know, I am happy having fun.
That's good.
And like, if I'm single, I'm single. If I find someone,
I'm like kind of scared of like relationship Leah.
Oh. Why? You've never seen it. You've never seen her.
That's why I'm afraid. Like we have so much fun and like we kiki so much now. Like I feel like you're gonna be like locked up boots because you already are locked up. You don't leave your house, sweetie pie.
I leave my house. I left it last night.
For the first time since the last time I was in town.
Which was like 2 weeks ago.
The only times you ever leave is when I'm here.
Because whenever you're here, there's something important to do.
TV.
Sue me. I'm a gamer girl. Sue me.
No, she's a gamer girl. But I feel like I'm nervous because you're going to be like locked up, like ordering food, cuddling, like nonstop. Like it's going to be a whole
order
thing.
food anymore.
I know, but like, you know what I mean? It's going to be like so different. And then I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm in town. You're going to be like, And then it's like, it's so different. Like now we like kiki and we go out like just us. And like, it's so fun going out with the girls. But then it's like, if you're with someone, it's like, I don't know what that looks like for you. Like, are you a girl that brings the man everywhere?
I don't think so.
I don't think you would either.
I don't think I would want a guy who'd always want to be included anyway.
No, it sucks. Trust me. I know from personal experience.
Yeah.
It's like, can you just shut up and stay home for a second?
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Like, if they want to, like, go out with the boys, like,
Go
fine.
out with the boys.
Like, cute. Like, all the more reason. Like,
No,
if you want to go out with the boys, I'm happy to stay at home, actually.
No, literally.
Because then I get my time away.
Literally.
I need my time away.
Yeah. No, like, I think that's, like, really unhealthy when partners are together all the time. Like, it's weird. Like, codependency to the max is, like, so unhealthy. Like, I think maybe not.
Yeah.
I do know couples like that.
But you have to be the exact same type of person. Which
Like, you know who I'm thinking of? Booty and the Beast. Like, they're always together. Like me and her have gone out and done things by ourselves, of course, and like he does things. But like, I just think about them like always being together. Like,
no, there's like an ongoing joke that like I say their names like together.
Yeah, because it's like just them. Like it's a unit, which they do really well. But like
Not everyone can pull that off.
No, and it's because they both are very like similar in that. My experience was just like not good. It's like, please stop.
I mean, we can go on about dating and this forever.
No,
But,
literally.
But let's do a quick little segue.
Let's segue.
So it doesn't even have to be someone you're dating. It can just be an experience or whatever. But what was like, okay. First of all, how'd you lose your virginity? When was the last time you had sex? And what's your like favorite thing to do? Because I feel like that's an important part of dating, having a good sex life. So I want to know. Don't give me that laugh.
Okay. The last time I had sex. The last time I had sex was actually when I was back home in Florida. It is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got that Florida fucking?
A big old dick,
Was
honey.
it a gator?
He had a gator.
Oh.
Ooh. Big.
Big teeth?
Chomp chomp.
Scaly?
No. Yeah, back in Florida, it was amazing. Dick down boots. I was sore for like 2 days. It was amazing. I loved it. Oh wait, remember we were on FaceTime.
I love it.
Okay, wait, no, we didn't FaceTime. No, we didn't FaceTime while I was fucking. But remember we talked and I was like, oh, I'm gonna like.
Didn't you just have Taco Bell?
Yeah, but like, he's like, yeah. It takes.
Did you chop or bottom? After Taco Bell. Tell the viewers.
I bottomed and it was crystal clear.
No, bottoming after
clean.
Taco Bell is like playing Russian roulette.
No, it was fine. I bottomed like 20 minutes later. Not 8 hours. It takes a minute to go through.
I know some people can't handle their Taco Bell.
I was so hungover. Like, I didn't care. I needed it to, like, live. No, but I got dicked down, like, so much. And I literally was just sitting on the couch. Like, I could feel every...
Get me a frozen bag of peas.
Yes. It was amazing. Okay. And then, what was the other question? Oh, my favorite thing to do? I'll do first time last.
Okay.
My favorite thing to do sexually.
I mean, you already said, like, cuddling and spooning and whatever, but
no,
just,
but, like I'm verse. Okay, I love like if he's choking me, he like spits in my face. If he like puts his fingers down my throat. Also like
honestly same.
A little bit of hair pulling is nice. But like don't rip out my extensions. I can get down with ass slapping, but it's like they have to be really good at it. Otherwise it's like just stop because you're not hitting me hard enough.
Like
a half slap, it's
so
like
ugh.
It's
and
like,
then it just like makes me like want to laugh.
Yeah,
it's I'm like, immediately like
please
out
stop.
Of it.
I kind of like love throat fucking a guy, but like sue me.
Hot. See, I like being throat fucked.
See, I love I have to be really in the mood to give oral. Like I have to like be really
that's
in
something,
it.
Like we don't see eye to eye on.
No,
it's like you don't like dick sucking, and that's like
I do.
Like, I literally like dream about it.
No, I do like dick sucking, but I just like really have to be in it, you know? Like, and if the mood strikes, the mood strikes. Give it to me. But otherwise, I'm like, meh, I can take it or leave it. And then the first time, and I need to like pick my words very carefully, cause it. Okay, I'm not gonna say the age. My first time I had sex was via Grindr.
And how was that for you?
Horrible.
Weird.
I was young. And I think this is like a canon event because I've talked to several people that have had a similar situation happen. He was not young. I was young. Age deaf for sure. I was just bebopping along on Grindr because I was like, And there wasn't many options where I was at. So I outsourced. And it was horrible. You would think because he was, I don't know, experienced. He probably should have, I don't know, brought lube. But I bottomed. I didn't know about prepping. Never heard of her. Didn't know her. And literally just did a little bit of spit and basically stuck it in dry. And I was like, this is horrible. And it couldn't have felt good for him either. So that's weird. And I was like, oh, this is it. This sucks. I was like, sex is awful and I hate it. And I was like, because it was just like uncomfortable. It was weird. Yeah. I just remember like focusing on the pain and being like, oof. And I was like,
sad that was like your first experience.
Yeah. And I like looked on porn and stuff and I was like, this like isn't like these people look like they're enjoying it. Yeah. And like I wasn't. And then eventually I like figured it out. But yeah, it was like, it was weird. It was not good. It was like awkward. And he was like a weirdo creep. But yeah, that was like my first time, and that was like I did not like have sex with someone.
It got better after that, though. I'm sure. Second time, third time, fourth time.
Like a few years.
Oh
no, like literally, sex was like not good for me in the beginning.
Well, I mean, also like if you're that young, you should probably wait anyway.
No, you should. Like I'm not. Don't. That's why I'm not getting like specifics. Once a whore, always a whore. But I just feel like. It just, that was like my journey and I wouldn't change it, but it certainly was like not right. Eventually like I learned and it got good, but I didn't have sex with someone that I genuinely cared about until I was probably like 19.
And then you found you liked it so much more.
Well, I found I liked it after a few years, but like when I was 19, I was like, oh wait.
It can be like this good.
I was like, oh, it could be this good. Like when you actually care about somebody. That's wild. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, off of my trauma. So onto yours. How was yours?
Oh my God. Okay. So my first time. Okay. So I have like two because I don't know which one actually counts.
Okay. What do you mean? Was something inside of you or no?
Kind of.
Was he flaccid? Wait, what?
I'll elaborate.
Okay.
So I had this best friend. He was like my best friend growing up. Like we were like this, like had all the same hobbies, like whatever. I moved away and like we kept in touch because we were best friends. Like he was the only one who I would like see, whatever. And then we got to the age where we would like start drinking and like as one does, like underage, whatever. And I remember like we got really drunk after we saw Project X.
Oh, you guys are wild.
I know. We had to sneak into the movies too. Like we bought tickets for something else and then snuck in.
That's kind of fun. I remember doing that.
Yeah. And then we went back to his dad's and then like his dad wasn't home. We were playing a Call of Duty or something. And then all of a sudden.
Once a gamer girl, always a gamer girl.
And like we would like it's like such a cliche, but we were like friends who were like jerk off together and like stuff like that.
Wait, that's like
not each other, but
that's like
we would do it. And then, so boundaries were like weird, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that night we like walked across town to his mom's and like we would like sleep in the same room. Like I would sleep on the floor and he would sleep in his bed.
You guys would jerk off and not sleep in the same bed together?
Yeah. And then
Was he gay?
So that night I guess I was like so drunk. I like tried to I guess I was like, please, like, can we like suck each other up or something? He was like, you're drunk, like, shut up. And I was like, okay. And then like he ended up like throwing up. Fast forward like 6 months later, we're like in his room and we decided to skip out on a football game. So we're like back in his room and he was like jerking off and he was like, wow, I just like really wish there was someone here to like suck my dick right now. And I was like, okay.
Me.
And then we started this like secret like hookup vibe for like months and like none of our friends knew, but like they would all be over at his house
and you guys would sneak away.
We would sneak away to like me suck his dick, but then it turned into like we would sneak away and he would like try and put it in my ass, but like same thing, we didn't know about like lube or anything like that, so it wouldn't really like even go in, but like he like tried.
Yeah.
So, like, it, like, kind of went in, but, like, not really. So, like, I don't know whether to count that or not. But, like, it was hot. And, like, obviously, we were, like, best friends. But then it got weird.
That's so funny because I knew I need to choose my words. I knew girls in high school that did that. And then it came out, like, later that, like, they were fucking. Like, and, like, it was, like, a whole thing.
Yeah. So, we were, like, fucking. And then it got weird because, like, I started, like, sucking, like, our other friends, too.
Oh, so you were just like the town whore, the friend.
was like,
you were the pass around mouth.
It was like every like sleepover, I just started like sucking someone. It was so weird.
So would everyone just sit there and watch?
No, it was like in the cover of night.
Oh my God.
Like it was a pitch
Leah.
black basement because like we would sleep downstairs in his basement.
Yeah.
It was pitch black, and I would like text like our other friend. I'd be like, I'm coming over there and I'm sucking your dick. And this was like before transition, so this was just a bunch of like dudes.
Wait, love it.
I know, it was kind of hot. And then I got a boyfriend and came out as gay like a couple months later. Mm-hmm. And then our first time together
That's
was
cute. That like
actually
your
on Mother's Day.
like your first time was like your real first time
Yes,
was like
was
with
and
a
someone
partner.
who I loved.
And like people that are all your age. I love that.
And so it was on Mother's Day, and my family left, and I didn't go with them.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend was over because I had a shift at Walmart. So and that was in a couple hours,
girl.
So my boyfriend was over, and we finally had the house to ourselves. And then I like rode his dick, and then I worked an 8-hour shift at Walmart. And then I remember just like walking around Walmart with my ass like throbbing.
Aw.
Yeah, it was kind of cute though.
It is.
And like we dated for like a year and a half, and like we were like the prom couple and like everything.
That's so cute.
Anyway, so that was like my first time.
She's always been an it girl.
Yeah, and then my last time was like a week and a half ago. We like this guy just like
I know who you're talking about.
He came over.
Oh wait,
and
you fucked him.
Yeah, I fucked him.
You topped him. She does not top.
I know
much.
but like it was kind of hot. We just watched horror movies, and then like we like sucked each other, and I ate his ass, and I fucked him.
You are an anomaly to me because she loves man ass. She's obsessed.
No, I love
with
man
man
ass.
but she doesn't really top.
No, my favorite thing is like sit on my face and I'm gonna jerk off.
Yeah.
There's something about it. I don't know.
I'm like entering my face sitting era.
No, face sitting is like so hot.
Well, no, I don't like to sit on their face. To me, it like feels weird. But
no, them sit
sitting
on my
yours,
face.
yeah.
Because like even though you're eating their ass, it's like submissive because you're just being smothered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There's this one performer that I know that you know who I'm talking about. He has like an amazing ass, and like when he sits on your face,
Steve.
yeah. Ooh,
We love Steve. No, I literally told him.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then wait, what was the third question?
What do you really like to do?
Oh, what? Well, eat ass.
Eat ass, and she loves to get throat fucked.
And I love sucking dick. Yeah. No, literally.
Like lay her head off the side of the bed.
I
And
had
like,
an ex, and we like literally wouldn't fuck because like I don't know. We just wouldn't, and it was like so much work. Like I didn't want to prep. So he literally like every single day, like clockwork, he would come home from work, and I would be like, my head would be like off the bed, like ready to like get throat fucked, and then you would just throat fuck me until I came.
love.
It was really hot.
Actually, that does sound hot.
No, and like upside down's better because they can go deeper,
No.
and they can actually. Like,
Have you ever thrown up on a dick?
Never.
Oh, can't say the same.
Yeah, I don't really throw up. Some of us just don't have gag reflexes.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well, I guess she was made to suck dick.
gagged.
Gag.
Gagged.
Gag.
Yeah. And that's the kind of advice you can get from us. Not even advice, just stories.
No, we're just like yapping.
Yeah. Anyway, but on that note, hope we left you gooped and gagged today.
Gagged and gooped.
Yeah.
With lazy Leah.
Mm-hmm. And big body Bella.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Love it.
Too far?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm too hungover to literally give a fuck.
Yeah, honestly, we need to go eat.
You could say like anything and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. No, we're going to eat after this. We're going to gag on like a taco or something.
Ooh. Maybe In and Out.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for watching today.
Till next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Till next time. Bye, guys.